The sun hadn't even touched the horizon yet. The house was completely still. I laid out the cards for Pisces the way I have done thousands of times over more than 20 years of reading. But when justice appeared, right there, in that position, at that hour, I froze. My hand stopped midair. I had to set the card down and just breathe. In over 2 decades, I have never seen this card speak with such precision, such undeniable urgency for one sign. Something inside you, my love, is about to shift, and I could not wait until morning to tell you. The cards don't lie, and today they are speaking directly to you. Listen to me well, Pisces. In this reading, I am going to show you the card of your enemies, the one that reveals exactly why they are panicking right now. I am going to share what your ancestors have been trying to whisper into your life. I will tell you what is moving toward you in the days ahead because something is already on its way. And I will reveal who has been thinking about you, deeply, intensely, in a way you haven't fully felt yet, but are about to. But first, I need you to hear something. The exhaustion you have been carrying is not ordinary tiredness. It is not work fatigue. It is not the weight of a busy schedule. What you have been dragging in silence is the bone-deep exhaustion of someone who has been betrayed and who somehow convinced herself that she had to keep going anyway, as if what happened to you was not serious enough to slow down for, as if being strong meant pretending the wound wasn't there, as if the world owed you nothing and you should simply accept it and move on. Pisces, that weight has a name, and this reading is going to speak directly to it. Stay with me all the way through. What I am about to show you changes things. Oh my God, Pisces, when I turned over justice, this card right here, my eyes filled with tears. Not from fear, not from sadness, from recognition. From the absolute clarity of seeing this card fall in this position for you, right now, at this exact moment in your life. I almost fell off my chair. Justice is the card of cosmic balance, the scales that have never once been wrong. What was planted must be harvested. What was done in darkness will be seen in full light. It is not a card of revenge, my child, and I need you to hold on to that distinction. It is a card of correction, a cosmic correction that does not require your anger, your action, or even your awareness to unfold. And what this card is telling me specifically about your situation, about the people who have acted against you, is this. They already feel the scales beginning to move. That is the source of the panic. They know what they did. They remember every choice they made in the dark. And somewhere inside them, in a place they don't speak out loud, they know that what they planted is already coming back. Pisces, here is the internal prediction I need you to receive and hold. In the coming days, you are going to feel an unexpected relief, not because something dramatic erupts on the outside, but because something inside you, something that has been clenched and braced for too long, is going to release. A tightness in your chest, a pressure you had stopped noticing because it became so familiar, a guardedness that had quietly become your baseline. You do not have to do anything to make this happen. You do not have to confront anyone, chase a result, or force a resolution. Justice already has it in her hands, and she does not need your help. Now, let me ask you this. Does any of it resonate? The friend who knew your deepest secrets and then used them against you when it served her? The coworker who smiled to your face every single morning while telling a different story to everyone else in the room? The person who was there during your most vulnerable moment and turned that vulnerability into leverage the moment an opportunity arose? Or maybe it was something quieter, the one who looked at you when you were breaking and said, "You're too sensitive, let it go," as if your pain was the problem rather than what caused it. If even one of those scenarios carries the face of someone you already know, someone whose name just came to mind without effort, then you know this reading is not for someone else. This is for you, and I need you to stay right here with me. If this message is touching something true inside you, press the like button right now. It takes 1 second and it tells me this reading reached you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, my love, do it now. Every single week, I lay out the cards for Pisces, and every week there is something waiting as precise as what you just heard. Don't miss what's coming next. Pisces, I want to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with yourself when you answer. How many times have you tried to let it go? How many nights have you prayed for peace and woken up with the same heaviness sitting on your chest? You tried forgiving. You tried forgetting. You told yourself to move forward, to focus on gratitude, to be the bigger person. And then something small, a word, a memory that came out of nowhere, brought it all rushing back. Because what is broken on the inside does not heal from the outside in. There are wounds that go deeper than willpower, deeper than positive thinking, deeper than letting it go as a concept. And carrying them alone, in silence, without a single person walking beside you through it, that is what makes the weight feel permanent. What you need is not one more insight. What you need is something sustained, something that goes all the way through with you. My love, the weight you have been carrying has a name. And it deserves to be addressed with intention, with structure, and with someone who actually accompanies you through it, not just for the length of a video, but day after day. That is exactly why I created the 21 Decrees Journal. 21 days, 1 decree per day, each one written with someone like you in mind, someone who has been through betrayal, who has felt invisible, who has held on in silence longer than anyone should have to. You do not go through it alone. I am with you, voice to voice, every single day. This is not a program you have to study. This is a path, and it begins right now in the first pinned comment below this video. When you're ready, my child, go there. I will be waiting. What you have been carrying is not weakness, Pisces. Let me say that again, slowly, so it can land. What you carry is not a flaw in your character. It is the accumulated result of feeling too deeply for too long without anyone ever giving you permission to put it down. No one told you that you were allowed to stop holding it. No one stood beside you and said, "You have held this long enough. You can breathe now." That is what I want to do for you in the rest of this reading, not with empty comfort, but with truth. Come with me, all the way in. The image of justice in this deck stops me every single time. The sword raised high, not in anger, but in absolute clarity. The scales hanging in perfect balance, patient and inexorable, and completely indifferent to whether anyone believes in them or not. And those eyes, open, seeing everything, every lie told about you, every act carried out in the dark, every word spoken behind your back where your name was used and your trust was broken. Every time someone leveraged your goodness against you. Justice sees all of it, Pisces. She has been watching the entire time, and she does not forget. Here is what I need you to understand. You are not the victim in this card. You are the instrument. You are the one whose life is aligned with the energy of justice. The panic on the other side, the scrambling, the nervousness, the restless nights your enemies are living through, that is what guilt feels like when the scales begin to correct. You don't have to see it to know it is already happening. Let me tell you about a woman who came to me some time ago. I won't share her name, of course. She had a friendship of 15 years, the kind that feels more like family than friendship. The kind where you have been through everything together, where you know each other's faces before they speak. And that friend, slowly and quietly over many months, began to dismantle her, talking to mutual friends, sharing things told in confidence, positioning herself to benefit from the other woman's lowest moments. When this woman finally came to sit across from me, she wasn't angry anymore. She had moved past anger into something much quieter and harder. Pure exhaustion. She said, "I don't even want justice anymore. I just want to understand why." I turned over the cards, and justice appeared. Below it, karma already in motion, not approaching, not on its way, but already begun. I told her what I am telling you now. You do not have to understand why someone hurt you in order to be released from it. The scales are not waiting for your permission. They are already correcting. She cried when I said it, the deep, releasing kind, not the desperate kind. Nothing on the outside had changed yet, but something inside her had completely shifted. This is what I want you to do today, right now, wherever you are. Place your right hand over your chest, over your heart. Close your eyes if you can, and say these words out loud 3 times. I trust the process. I trust justice. Say it the first time for the body, for the part of you that knew something was wrong long before your mind admitted it, the part that has been holding tension as a form of protection. Say it the second time for the mind. For every moment you doubted yourself, every time you circled back and wondered if you were somehow at fault. And say it the third time for the heart that held on through all of it, that kept showing up, that refused to stop loving even when love was what was used against it. This is not performance, my love. This is a declaration to the universe, to justice, and to yourself. Let the words land in your body 3 times. I trust the process. I trust justice. And so we have walked through the card together. You heard the message of justice. You placed your hand on your chest. You said the words. And I hope something inside you, even just a small knot of it, has begun to loosen. But here is what I need to be honest with you about, Pisces. A video can open a door. A video can show you the light coming through it. What a video cannot do is walk through that door with you, day after day, when the path gets unclear and the weight tries to return. That requires something else entirely. My child, the truth, and I say this with all the love I have, is that a video alone cannot heal what you've been carrying. It can touch you, move you, crack something open, but healing is not a moment. It is a path, and that path requires company. You don't need one more piece of advice, Pisces. You need a path. The 21 Decrees Journal is structured in 3 phases because real transformation has a sequence. In the first phase, days 1 through 7, we cut. We name what has been draining your energy without your permission, what has been living in your body as tension, what no longer belongs to you. In the second phase, days 8 through 14, we heal. Not by forcing forgiveness before it's ready, but by rebuilding the internal ground you stand on. We do the real work. And in the third phase, days 15 through 21, we open. We prepare you, actively and with intention, to receive what justice is already moving toward you. We create space for it. I know what your mind is already saying. Another thing to commit to. Another thing I'll start and not finish. My love, this is not a course. There are no long lectures, no studying, no assignments. Every decree is short and direct, written specifically for a woman who is already exhausted, because I know you are, and I did not design something that demands what you don't have left to give. I am with you every single day, voice to voice. And if after 7 days you feel in your heart it is not for you, I will return every cent. 7 days. That is the only risk. The path is waiting in the first pinned comment below, and when you feel it is yours, write to me. I'm ready for my path. My love, before I let you go, I need to show you one final card, because the reading is not finished. And what came out at the very end, it made me hold my breath in the best possible way. The sun, Pisces, the sun came out for you at the close of this reading. The return of the light, the warmth after the long cold season, the sense of self that has been buried under everything you have been carrying, it is not destroyed. It was never destroyed. It was simply covered, waiting, patient in the way that all truly real things are patient. And here is what justice and the sun together are making absolutely undeniable for me. Your light is precisely what terrifies your enemies, not your anger, not any retaliation you could take. Your light, When you are well, genuinely, deeply well, when you are standing in your own power and are no longer defined by what was done to you, they have nothing left to hold over you, no leverage, no story about you that anyone will believe, no shadow to hide in. That is the panic. That is why the scales are already moving. Because your light is already returning, Pisces, and they can feel it before you can fully see it in yourself. Let that sink in for a moment. You don't have to fight for any of this. You don't have to prove a single thing to anyone. This is no coincidence. You being here today, the universe brought you here. You clicked on this video out of thousands of other things you could have chosen, and you stayed. You listened all the way through. And something in you recognized the truth in these words, even before your mind caught up to it. I am so proud of you for that. For today, my love, take care of yourself, Pisces. Eat something nourishing, something that warms you from the inside. Drink water. Open a window and let fresh air move through the space where you have been sitting. These small things matter more than you think. Your body has been holding so much for so long. Let it rest now. Let it receive. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Every week the cards are waiting. Every week I am here. And my love, the 21-day path is still there below. I am not going anywhere. Whenever you feel ready, whenever the moment is yours, come find me in the first pinned comment. Let's walk in the light. You do not walk alone.